Loud. Ho, ho, ho. Good morning, everyone. The bell doesn't show.
I know, but
Doesn't,
it's
yeah, it's filtered out. But good morning, everyone. It's the season is upon us. Robin and I just got back home from 10 days on the road, 5 days in Utah, 5 days in Las Vegas at a marketing seminar. It was off the charts, and we're going to be sharing bits and pieces of that as time goes on. It was really very exciting. And, it's good to, as we're going to talk about today, to kind of back off and sharpen the saw a little bit. So today we want to talk about business planning, business building during the holidays. We've been talking about that a lot over the last several weeks. So we'll kind of close it out that discussion today, but also talk about the concept of sharpening the saw. And that's so very important. And some of you may know, probably most of you know, that Robin was a trainer, not only being working closely with Stephen Covey to help him launch his book. She was certified to teach 7 Habits and did that every weekend for several years.
every week.
Every week. Yeah,
It
every
wasn't
week.
weekend, it was a weekly thing.
So, and so Robin's going to talk about this concept of sharpening the saw, which is kind of what we did in Las Vegas at this rainmaker seminar, because we all want to be rainmakers. We want to make it rain, and a rainmaker is somebody that just makes things happen. And that's our goal. And one of the reasons we have these calls is to help you, sharpen your skills. And so you too can become a rainmaker, making things happen for you, your family, your business, and the world. And so we're really excited to share some with you here this morning. Robin, did you want to say good morning and anything you wanted to share to start with?
Well, good morning. I know you can't hear it, but you can see it as it's jingling. And it's hard to believe that we're that close to the end of the year. And we just want to support everyone in ending strong and starting strong. And that's why we're here today.
Mm-hmm. So, this is a fun time. I know we're going to be with friends and family and seeing a lot of people that we don't always see. And, we're going to be sowing seeds of health and wealth appropriately, as the situation and opportunity avails itself. And we've talked a lot about how, you can just kind of mention, oh my gosh, I used to have this and I did that, how you were, what you did and how you feel now. Info tells, story sell. And I encourage you initially to start on the story side, share your enthusiasm, excitement as appropriate. Now, that may or may not be appropriate around the table on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, but I've seen over the years, my 36 years full time in this profession, that this Christmas, New Year's holiday week can be some of the most successful and abundant because people are out talking to people. You can pick up the phone, just call, say, hey, I'm just checking in to wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, whatever the case may be. But it's a good time to reconnect. And as you know, our 5-step daily action plan, connect or reconnect, pique their interest, point to a tool, follow up, and roll. This is a great time to reconnect, pique their interest, maybe send them a short video from In Touch, maybe just, patch them up, bring some patches with you. Don't, the secret to success, don't leave home without it. And bring patches with you because you're never going to know when someone gets in front of you, when the angels put somebody in front of you that needs what we have. And we are in the caring and sharing business. And when we show our love and concern for people and offer them a solution, one of the things that I learned from Dr. Nicholas, it's something that we're starting to do. If someone has pain and you put an X39 on, if that doesn't cure it, put a second or a third. And at this seminar where we were at, we were patching a lot of people, and some people needed 3 patches and they go, oh my God, my pain is gone. The product sells itself. If you can relieve someone of pain, discomfort, indigestion, there'll probably be a little indigestion at some of these big meals coming up. You've got, their attention. So I think we wanted to just kind of today talk about the concept of sharpening the saw because I know Robin and I are going to be, as well as doing some follow up with some of the people that we contacted here, at the marketing seminar we were at. And one of the good things, reason about going to a marketing seminar, you have marketing minded people there. And this fits in with all the people who were there were business owners doing something, coming to the seminar to learn how to build their business better. And they were, many of them were open to learning about LifeWave to make their life better and maybe a supplementary income. So we had a lot of fun. We patched a lot of people, have a lot of follow up to do. And I want to thank our enroller, Kai Jacobson and Lynette, because they kind of hosted us into this event. And it was a fabulous event. It was so worth our time spending 5 days there in Las Vegas at the Rainmaker seminar with Power Team International. Some of you may or may not know this gentleman, Bill Walsh, but this guy is the trainer of trainers. I mean, he is, and Rob and I have both been to a lot of marketing seminars, and this one was off the charts. It was really great. And so we'll be dribbling some of those key things and some of the, fine tuning of our business plan and our Live Younger success system will be impacted and enhanced by the things that we learned. But, we kind of sharpen the saw because you get in your groove. And if you don't get out of your groove and stretch a little bit, get with other people that have different perspectives, you may not be growing as fast as you'd like to grow. So with that being said, Robin, I think I'd like to turn it over to you. And Robin's still dealing with a little cough and such, so she'll probably be short. But but this whole concept of sharpening the saw, and the story goes, Stephen Covey tells this story that there's this guy's out there, in the back 40 of his cabin, trying to chop down this big tree. And he's chopping and chopping and chopping and chopping. And a friend of his, comes over and says, George, wow, you're working really hard. Why don't you sharpen your saw or sharpen your axe? And he goes, too busy. Can't do that right now. That's sometimes what people do. We're too busy to sharpen our skills. So with that being said, I'm going to turn this first part of the call over to Robin. Then we got a few of our other leaders. I think Janet Kiefer is going to be on with this. I don't know if Connie's on today or not, but we'll have a few people around the director's call yesterday to also be sharing. But start out with you, my beloved.
Okay. Well, hello everyone. Wait, I don't think you can see my lovely headgear.
Yeah.
Well, I have a pile of presents on my head. Just so you know. Got a few chuckles on that one. Well, some of you know the 7 Habits, some of you don't. And it was Stephen Covey's gift to the country for the bicentennial. And what he did was he studied the successful people over 200 years, and he put together this, I think it's beyond brilliant, combination of these 7 habits that all of these same people have. And in the 7 habits, the first 3 are, he calls them the personal victory. They're the personal habits. The second 3 are the interpersonal ones. And then around all of them is the 7th habit. In our business, we're always looking for leverage. How do we leverage the tools? How do we leverage the people? That's the gift and beauty of this business model. Habit 7 is the leverage of all the habits. It's the habit of self-renewal. Like Gregory said, if we don't take time to sharpen the saw, we end up working way too hard. But when we take the time on a daily basis to physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially pay attention to our lives and our bodies, everything else works better. If you're really tired and you have a really challenging, communication with someone, you may not be at your best. So you got to rest. Let's see, he's trying to figure me out. I don't know if you can see my lovely headgear. Maybe I should put it here. It pops in once in a while. It's really cute. You guys, it doesn't really show up. Okay, well, just know it's really cute. Okay. So when we take a look at our lives, what are we doing on a daily basis? It's Stephen Covey used to always talk about, It's what we do in private when no one else is looking
Mhm.
and no one else knows that makes the biggest difference. And so, how are we taking care of ourselves? And, when we take care of our bodies, they work better. When we take care of our cars, they work better. So, really, at this time of year, excuse my voice, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm going to do a little cough here. So every day he talks about really taking the time to sharpen the saw in all those different dimensions. I mean, a lot of times we wait till the end of the year to do an assessment of our finances. Well, what if we did it consistently every week? We're very, very, very blessed and grateful that we have this wonderful bookkeeper, Bethany. A lot of you know Bethany, and she's a QuickBooks professional, and we get P&L statements and we get a variety of statements from her on a regular basis. So we're keeping score. And that's one of the things Bill talked about that we'll be talking about in our business is keeping score, knowing your numbers, all part of the same bigger picture. So physically, mentally, keeping your mind sharp. What are you doing to constantly learn and grow and support your mind being sharp? You know, Emotionally, taking the time to really let yourself take big, deep breaths to feel and heal. Say, feeling is the key to healing. And with every teardrop comes another petal on the lotus blossom. And we're all here to grow and learn. And if we just keep stuffing things, I love this quote from Stephen. He goes, "Old feelings never die. They come alive. They come out. Oh dear, no, I'm not remembering.
In bigger and
Ug
uglier
in uglier ways, yeah.
they fester
Yeah,
like a splinter. They fester and come out later.
in uglier ways. So if there's like a relationship issue that you're not dealing with, that's a habit 7 thing to do is quality connection and communication. When parents have children and they say, "How are you?" and they just give 1 or 2 word answers, there's a clue that they're not feeling heard and understood. And my favorite quote that I've shared many, many, many times is the deepest need of the human soul is to be appreciated, acknowledged, affirmed, and understood. And so this is a great time at this time of year to really kind of write a list down of those people that you appreciate and acknowledge them. You can send them a quick text, you can pick up the phone, you can send them a card. And we came home from being gone 10 days. There was this whole pile of cards that we got to go through last night. It was really fun and connect with people. There's some people that I get cards from every year, and I've been getting them for 30, 40 years, and we've never had a phone call, but we still get cards. And these are old dear friends of mine, but we don't have any connection. I don't know if I can call them a dear friend, but we're still connected, and I know what's going on with them and their family. So, having some quality time with your loved ones, pulling out the questions. And you don't need to go through all of them, but just because you care and you want to know what was your biggest triumph of the year? What was your greatest success? What did you learn? Who did you serve? Some of those wonderful questions, but really, really setting intention at this time of year and to end the year this way, but also to plan it into the new year so that as you step into 2025, that you are more balanced. Because Stephen Covey has an amazing time management system. And back when I was teaching this every week for years, I was more balanced. I had more planning. I was more effective than I'd ever been in my life. And I was in better shape too. And so there's a clue there. And success does leave clues. If you look at the most successful people, look at their lifestyle. They take the time to sharpen the saw regularly. So I'm going to turn things back to Gregory. He's going to bring on, and thank you, Sunshower, for um, is to be appreciated, acknowledged.
You muted yourself. Appreciated, acknowledged.
Appreciated, acknowledged, affirmed, and understood.
Okay.
And just taking a little bit of time. This is not looking so good, but it's so cute. You're missing it. Um, but taking the time to connect with people that you really care about and just reach out, pick up the phone, not for any other reason other than to connect. No other, expectation, just saying, we haven't talked in a while. I think about you. I just want you to know you're in my heart. Just want to check in, see how you're doing, how the holidays, whatever it may be. So this is a powerful time to reach out and touch. So I'm going to turn things back to Gregory.
Thank you, Robin. And I love my Covey trainer. And so if there's anyone that was on the call yesterday, any of the directors that want to share, I gave Janet the wrong, Janet, I don't know if you're there. I think I gave you the wrong Zoom address. So, but if there's anybody on that was on yesterday, would like to share what you're doing, what your plan is for you and your team during the holidays, how you're going to make the most of it, and at the same time taking some time out to sharpen the saw, just raise your hand and I'll call upon you, and that would be awesome. And Sunshower's in there. Good morning, Sunshower.
Let's see who's here.
Hey, everybody, and Merry, happy, on this Saturday, we're having a solstice gathering, my team, and so it's a potluck, and then it's gonna be white elephant time, we'll steal each other's gifts, and then we'll talk about plans for the future and write things down, talk about our plans. It's important, isn't it, Robin?
Nice.
Mhm.
Wonderful, wonderful. And one of the little hot tips from our 5-day training with Bill Walsh was people don't really like to go to meetings, they like to go to parties. So he said those that go to the most parties or plan the most parties win. So having a gathering, and you have a gathering with purpose. How beautiful is that? Thank you, Sunshower. Dr. Velvet, you've got your hand up.
It's so funny that you're talking about parties because we're having an after Christmas party with our team that's local to celebrate our wins. But also, I'm very good at sneaking in teamwork into these parties. They don't know that yet. There's some of them that might be on this call. But the other thing that I'm doing to sharpen that saw is I have already got my appointment set up with JJ so that I can just take off in 2025. And this week, the rest of this weekend, I'm taking time to strategize, to really focus on where have I spent my energy, time, and money that could have been better off served in another area for greater communication and greater growth. So I'm all for that.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is so fabulous. Sneak it in there, but really strategy and one of the gifts of JJ, she can see the blocks. And that's what I love about working with her. It's so much easier when you can identify what those obstacles are and get them out of the way. So, like if you have your foot on the gas and the brake at the same time and you want to move forward, typically in our culture, we add more gas.
Yeah.
But guess what? When you do that, you create more friction. What if you let go of the brake? What if you found those obstacles, those things that are in the way, and just lighten up on those? Then we gracefully move forward. So beautiful. Thank you. Okay, Barbara, you got your hand up.
Yeah, good morning, everybody, and happy holidays. A couple little things because my team is now long distance since I moved, so everybody's kind of long distance. And but just yesterday from your newsletter link Monday, I downloaded the 2024 end of year evaluation form and the 2025 form. And I am going to do those myself. I've done those every year. And I find that just really rewarding and helping me to design the way forward. And then as a team thing, I'm going to get them all out, just attach them to an email and get them all out to most of my teams so that I call their attention to it in case they have missed that on your Monday night call. So that's one thing. And then I can't remember if it was yesterday in the director meeting or what, but I have a big wall calendar already in, you know, that you can write on, the dry erase one. And I've already got that up on my wall for 2025. But somebody said, and I think it was yesterday, about planning by the week is the most effective thing to do. And so yesterday I ordered a planner that includes weekly pages. And this is a new thing for me. I've never tried to plan by the week. So anyway, that's coming in today from Amazon. So those are,
Oh, yay, Barbara.
yeah.
It was Stephen Covey who said planning weekly is the most effective. You plan daily, you end up in crisis management with a to-do list. You go bigger than a week and it's just too big, but weekly planning and really maybe we'll do a
Daily
call
execution.
and daily execution of identifying your different roles and goals and really making sure you address each one of them each week. So powerful. And maybe I'll do one of those calls again. So
Mhm.
thank
Oh,
you, Barbara.
Yeah, I would love that because it's one of my biggest things organizationally is I end up with these big to-do lists and most of it doesn't get done. So,
Yes.
yeah.
I think in the new year it would be good. I've done it several times, but we have so many new people that maybe because time management is something that a lot of people need help with, and it's the best system I've ever come across. And the truth is, you can't manage time. It's our relationship with time, and it's all about
Yes.
leverage. So we'll get it. We'll do something like that early in the new year, okay?
Oh, very cool. Thank
All
you.
right, great. Eva Rose, your hand is up, and then Lavelle.
Hi, guys.
Good
I just
morning.
want to share that we have a lot of momentum going on the team. So I have everybody everyone has to make their list of 10. As soon as they get their list of 10, I'm going to help each individual launch. I'm going to spend time with them and launch, get them their system, get them so they know the steps, and I'm working with them individually so they get that down and then they feel confident. And the other part is we're going to be setting up our 90-day blitz or 90-day blitz plan. And that will incorporate Vision 2025. And so that's exciting. And I'm working on, I'm going to be doing presentations regularly every week where people can invite their people to my presentation, hear my story, walk them through a little bit of what the product does, and then get back to the person so they can get set up with their best plan. So we have a lot of momentum going.
Oh my gosh, Eva, that's beautiful. And I remember when I first started working with Eva, she is a very wise and brilliant practitioner. And she would just share the patches because she wanted to enhance the outcome of her work with her clients. But then something shifted, and I don't know if it was going on those trips or not, Eva, but she has shifted into a business person and she's going for the top. And it's so fun to just, let people take their own journey, and it happened to me too. I was just a I was a wholesale customer. I bought paid the $25, but I wasn't planning on building a business, but something changed for you and for me, and now look what's happened. So that's beautiful, my dear. Beautiful. Okay, Lavelle.
Good morning, good
Vijay.
morning, good morning.
Good morning, good
Yeah,
morning. Good morning.
so last week in our Saturday call, we do a presentation and a training, and we listened to Jim Rohn,
Oh, that's
and
great.
it was an hour, but almost everybody stayed. And they were like, "Man, this is so good!" It was like going to a Super Saturday kind of thing. And we're going to do Jeffrey Birdie this weekend on Saturday. And
Nice.
we're rewarding people for staying around and answering the questions. Like, what did you get? What did Jim Rohn said this or Jim Rohn, and you finish it, and it was so fun. And we're going to do Jeffrey Birdie this week, and then after that, we're going to start reading Think and Grow Rich. And then you just gave me an idea, Robin. After we read Think and Grow Rich in our group, we're going to go back to the 7 habits. And we're just going to
Right.
continue because, as we say, network marketing is personal development with a compensation plan attached to it. So in our group, we're just going to start just hammering with personal development, all the things
Oh,
that I've learned, and if someone else brings something as well. Thanks so much.
that's so great. You got some of the best to share with people. Jim Rohn, if you guys don't know Jim Rohn, it's in the Live Younger Success under Getting Started. Please, please, please. And at our event, what our home one of part of our homework was to every 2 years read Think and Grow Rich and start with the chapter on the mastermind. If you really want to grow fast, you want to have a mastermind. And a mastermind is explained beautifully in the book. You surround yourself with people that you can that tell the truth to, people that will be there for you, people that can hold the highest vision for you and be consistent with it. I've been in a mastermind group for probably 10 years every Tuesday morning with a few women, and we are there for each other. We actually call it Tuesday morning church. That's what it feels like. But I'm going to do a mastermind for business now, and that's kind of for personal. So, Think and Grow Rich is just an iconic book. If you've never read it, read it. If you've read it, read it again and start with the mastermind section. Okay, who's next?
Anybody else want to share some inspiration on what
What-
you're going to do to bring this year to a successful close and set the stage for 2025?
Oh, while you're thinking, you guys have inspired me that we should probably have a gathering.
We should definitely have a gathering.
Yes. So, people love to get together.
A party.
And it's
We should have a party.
a party with a purpose.
I love that. A
That's-
party with a purpose.
And I love your suggestions, Dr. Velvet. As people do love to get together. And I'll give you a little fun hint that I learned from JJ on gifting, especially for those white elephant kind of gifts. And I love those, they're so fun. If you give a gift for the high self-conscious self and basic self, people go crazy and they don't even understand. So a high self gift would be something that connects you to your vision. Could be something like a candle or a journal. Conscious self could be, something like the questions. And a basic self gift could be like crayons, or finger paints, as one time I gave. So people they resonate with it. And you don't have to spend a lot of money, but it's amazing how people respond to that. So Sunshower, you got your hand up.
Yes, so I was just writing the notes on what you just said, high self, but connection to self like a candle. Is that what you were saying?
High self is your connection to your divine and your purpose, something like that. And a conscious self would be, some kind of intellectual, mental kind of thing. And a basic self is the one that connects to your little kid,
Your inner
it-
child.
your inner child. It connects to your body, it connects to the earth, connects to your emotions. But it's really quite amazing how people respond to that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I've already done this for myself, and I think maybe I'll introduce it at our solstice party, is what you had us, oops, again, the creating 2025, your best year yet, and then that comes after completing and remembering 2024. So I've done mine, and it didn't take all that long. So maybe we'll do that at our solstice party too.
Mm,
Great.
nice. Very nice.
Great, great, great.
Well, I know yesterday on the director's call, there was a couple of SPDs on there that aren't with us here today, but they were sharing that, they're going to take a day and a half off for Christmas and get back to work. Because this is just a great time, and we're going to do something similar. We're going to take some time off with family. It's a very important time to break bread and candy canes with family. But, it's also a very important time to sharpen the saw and reconnect or connect with people, the best people you know. And I want to give everybody a couple of dates to bear in mind. Coming up in January, we're going to do another January Live Younger Team VIP fly-in. And since most of you don't live in Utah, for some people it's a drive-in. But and I'm not encouraging all of you to go buy a plane ticket just to walk through the corporate office. But if you've got somebody that's a business professional in networking or out of networking, but someone with a high level of success, expertise in business, if they, take the time to fly in. So we're going to be that week of the 13th through the 17th, the company is hosting an open house for local people, so they won't have to register through their upline SPD to come. There'll be a registration process. So if you've got any local people, they can go to the office unescorted. You don't have to be there. And if you've got somebody that maybe is a higher level person that doesn't live there, and they'd like to come in on either Wednesday or Thursday, and again, I'm going to tell you those dates. That's the 15th and 16th of January. Robin and I, along with a number of other senior field leaders, will be there to greet and host and be with any folks that you want. So we'll be opening up. I'll be working with Liz to open up the the registration program again, like we had for in January. And we're going to be doing this every month, at least once a month. We're going to host a Live Younger Team VIP fly-in. The benefit of this, you don't have to register an upline SPD, because we are arranging a block of time with the company for our team. And we'll fill that block. And if we fill one, we'll try and get another. But we did pretty well a couple of weeks ago when we were there. And we had 3 blocks on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Those are the days that the company is doing from 10 to 2. And we had the 1 o'clock block. And, we hosted some really wonderful people, some of them local, some of them flew in just for the occasion. So I just wanted to put that out there, looking forward. And one of the things I think is wise for everyone to do is have a year at a glance calendar on the wall. Go to your local office supply place, Office Depot, Staples, whoever, Amazon, whatever. But I think it's really good to have a year at a glance, because when you look at January, so we're going to do this VIP hosted fly-in, but the next Saturday is our Vision 2025 event. That's January 25th. And, that's a great time to have a party, to have a home party, to sharing the vision of the fastest growing direct sales network marketing company in the world is doing a live stream. And you can think of ways to position it to invite some friends, brand partners, and prospects to come spend some time with us. And, I'm pretty sure David's going to be going into detail on our new nutritional product. And by God's grace, we'll be able to order it starting that day. That's the intention, not affirmed. I can't guarantee that, but I do believe that's their
He
plan.
said it'll be ready at the end of January.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
so that'll be very exciting. And that'll drive some volume for all of us, because I don't know if I know a brand partner that won't buy it. Okay. Because it's just going to be a great addition to what we're doing. So I think you want to, just like the old saying, remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. Well, remember Christmas and Hanukkah and, any spiritual holiday that you celebrate or recognize, and that, keep it holy, but it's also weave in, your vision, your mission, and, look for some synchronicity and opportunity for some connections. One of the guest speakers that was at this seminar we just came back from was Diamond. What's her first name? The Secret. The woman that created the movie The Secret. I think it's Marie Diamond. She was a
it's
guest.
Rhonda Byrne.
No, it was Marie Diamond. Rhonda Byrne may have helped, but Marie Diamond, she was the host in The Secret. She brought all of those people together.
Okay.
The movie The Secret. And she was a guest speaker, and Robin and her really connected because they both lived in San Diego. They knew so many of the same people 20, 30 years ago. It was really fun listening to them. Oh, remember her? Oh, I know him. So it was really wonderful to have her there. But she was talking about how important it is to live in the intention. The Secret, if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. And you go to YouTube and watch it. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it again. I know we're going to watch it again, because that movie introduced the world to the law of attraction. And the law of attraction works. You So you live in the mindset of what do you want out of 2025? And that's where the questions that Robin has shared with everyone come in handy. And if you haven't already done so, I encourage you to download the questions from the Monday newsletter and consider having some printed copies around for friends that come by, because it's just a wonderful growth tool to look back. What are unfinished things do you have from 2024 that you could, good reason to connect with some people. I've been meaning to connect with you. We had this or that, and go over it, go over it and get over it, right? And move into 2025 with a clean energy and know what you want out of your business. So when you flip over to the other side, it's the 2-page questions. The questions for consciously creating the best year yet in 2025, I think is very empowering. So I do encourage all of you to give it a try if you haven't, and do it again if you have.
And, I shared yesterday that I have a little 3-ring binder. Gregory calls me his binder babe. And my office is filled with binders. I love binders. Because I can find.
I'm a file folder
He's a
guy.
file guy. I'm a binder babe. But I have a binder of the questions, and I've been doing this for not quite 40 years. And sometimes, and this is proven in history, if you just take the time to write it out and you never even look at it again throughout the whole year, it's planted that intention
True.
in you. And when you go back and look and go, oh my gosh, I got it. And it's like you completely didn't even look at it, but it still happened. So there's so much power in taking those few minutes to write things down of what you want to create. And this is my time that I love pulling out my notebook and looking at last year that I didn't look at since last year and saying, wow, look what happened. And we're going to get into more goals. I don't know. Did anyone see the Merits goal session yesterday? We were traveling, so we weren't able to see it. Did anyone see it? How was it? I'd love some
It was
comments.
excellent.
Yeah, these guys are blowing it up. I mean, they are so focused on on taking this company to $1 billion, and they're taking the responsibility for that. They are just growing so fast and such intention. It's so beautiful, and we are very, very happy that they're doing what they're doing. So I want to watch that replay. Tom, for T.
Hey, real quick, Robin, when will it come out?
The replay of their call?
It might
Yeah.
be in the Lifeway Business Builders, because sometimes they broadcast it live into the Lifeway Business Builder Facebook group. Has anybody checked there yet to see if it's there?
Well, I know they used to, but it seems like lately it hasn't shown up there.
Yeah,
I
well,
think they're hesitant with the product one because sometimes
Yeah.
David says some things to us that they
Ye-
don't want
they need to be,
replicated.
they need to go through compliance
Yeah,
before they can.
But usually when it's a business training, that they don't need to do the
They
compliance.
don't need to do that, but Facebook and Zoom don't relate as well as they used to.
I'll
It's
go take a
much
look.
more
It's not there.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
darn.
not there. Thank you
Okay.
for checking, but it'll be there soon. Dr. T.
Thank you so much for this. I just wanted to say I'm grateful for you, all of you, but especially you and Robin, you and Gregory, and just brilliant. And I was going to say, I can't remember a year where I've had more unfinished business. And that's what my dad used to call a high quality problem, I guess, but such is the way. And I saw the session yesterday and was going to share earlier what Eva Rose used the word launch. One of the things that stood out for me from that session was one of them presenced that they still use the word launch when they're talking about X39. We're launching a product, right? And this is going to be a year where that's an important word, I think. And I've already done maybe a dozen texts this morning integrating the idea of launching whatever the thing is that I'm talking to the person about. And it's just a feel-good word, we're so into words that work. So that's my intention for the year.
And the concept of launch kind of indicates you're at a ground floor basis. We're going to launch, and when you launch, the only way to go is up. So I love that. Thanks for sharing
Yeah.
that, Tom.
And at the event we were at, he talked about this furniture store that does grand openings all the time. Well, they've been in business for a long time. And someone went up to them and it's like, why is this a grand opening? Well, we got a new piece of furniture. It's a grand opening for that furniture. And so launch when someone is brand new, like Eva Rose was talking about, to help them, really invite people over for launching their business. People love to support other people doing that. So great word.
And something to think about. We always talk about in step 3 of our, in Live Younger Success, download the app, practice with the app, schedule a business planning or, session. Maybe we should call it schedule a launch meeting.
A launch party.
A
Yeah.
launch planning session, and then they can have a launch meeting where they invite a bunch of people over, and you could zoom
Party.
a launch party, and you could zoom in, or if they're local, you could be there with them. But I think that's a very key concept. Thanks for bringing that up, Tom.
And if you're doing something, your upline will gladly come in on a Zoom
Yep.
to meet your team, which is a wonderful thing for people to realize this is a team sport. And that was a message over and over and over again. They don't ever want us to say I, they want to say we.
Tom, anything else you wanted to share before we go to Sunshower?
God bless you and happy. With all that to thine own self be true, gorgeous nuggets here today. And you mentioned remember the Sabbath and keep the holy, remember who the most holy, like take some time for, and
There's a big birthday party coming up next week.
amen.
All right. Hey, Sunshower.
I just remembered something. I was at this great workshop over the weekend, and one of the things we did was our vision boards for 2025. Mine
Nice.
isn't even complete yet, but I see myself really moving up in the ranks this year in 2025. And so I thought, well, I don't have a picture of a really large team. I think I'll use someone else's. So I went to Anne Moreau's site on Facebook and I found this picture and I photoshopped myself in the middle of it. Dr. Tom, you're in it, of course, and a lot of other people. Let me see if I can show this to you. See, there they are.
That's so great.
That's wonderful. Good for
I'm
you.
in there somewhere.
That's
So-
great.
So
Sunshower.
vision boards, and you reminded me, Sunshower, I did my vision board when I had my little shoulder seminar last Christmas Eve. I did a vision board, but the truth is I'm not looking at it because it's not in the right place. So make sure when you do it that you give it attention and it's in a really good visible place. Beautiful.
Lavelle and Mijay.
Hello, this is Mijay. Hi.
Mijay.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi, sweetheart. I am so in love. I love you. Not love you. I'm in love with you.
Oh, bless you.
So, guys, I concur everything that everyone has said, and I don't get on here often, but I'm always listening. Now, the launching is something that we've done for 20 years. We always start our team off, our new partners off with launching. Let's
That's
launch a party for you. Get your friends and family. Get excited. Let's have a ribbon cutting party, and these are the things that will really, and they get so excited about it. And you really blow it up and you get the ribbon and you get the big scissors and you cut it and you have a party. And also encourage the team to get involved with the your city. I just went blank. Oh my gosh. What did I say, honey? Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, nice.
And so get involved with your Chamber of Commerce. And it doesn't have to be your nationality. Get involved with outside Chamber of Commerce. Okay. And so that's, something that's great. Jim Rome also talks about, and we're a big advocate of Jim Rome. I actually trained under Jim Rome in the Equinox water. And he was there and in it. And and so forth. And I trained when I went to lunch with him, and it was just amazing. I was such a young girl and didn't understand the gold that I had right there. I didn't
Right.
understand it until after he left and the company fell down. I'm like, oh my God, that was Jim Rohn. And I never had a chance to get back with him. So that was just amazing. But I've always believed in his theories and his philosophies. And he also said, he goes, make it a teacher week. Just pick something, and go after it. Have your team to go after. This week is teacher week. This week is go out and get all of the chiropractors that you can find, and so do that. Make it fun for the whole team. And so that's going to be my ending goal into my new year as a new 60. I'm so excited. I turned 60 on the 24th. So I'm super excited about that. And a new branch to our tree. So
Right.
guys, I
Beautiful.
wish you the best and many blessings. Thank you.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
Thank you, MJ.
Elizabeth,
Oh, good morning, everybody.
hi, sweetie.
I'm traveling. So I just have so appreciated all the information, but I'm loving that word launch. And I just want to say I'm relatively new to LifeWave, just a little over a year, but very new to the Live Younger team. I want to say how much I appreciate the organization, that you have, the professionalism. I love that. And so as a team, we're just all very looking forward to using the Live Younger success to help people. If somebody wants to come and say, I want to build a business, I want to be able to direct them to a location that they can sit down with a notebook or a ringed binder, which I like to, and just say, go through everything from A to Z, come on back. We'll have a strategizing call, and then we'll launch your business with a wellness webinar. You can invite your friends, your family. So
Beautiful.
really excited about that platform. And I just want to say thank you so much. Just appreciate all that you've provided. I know there's a lot of hard work and grit in all that you've done. So yeah, so really excited about moving into 2025. So God bless
Beautiful.
everyone and Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Love
God bless
having you
too,
here,
Merry
Elizabeth.
Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Susan, just know you're a little fuzzy. And when I'm fuzzy, it's usually I need to clean the camera on my computer.
No, I think I cleaned it with a cleaner that was too harsh.
Oh, no. Okay, well, we'll enjoy your soft look.
Yes.
So one of the things that I really like to play with is questions, because I think questions open doors to possibilities. And given the nature of what this is and this movement is, that we're kind of part of a bigger plan that's part of a much bigger plan that's part of a much bigger plan than we even can acknowledge, are aware of. Anyways, my favorite question is what would like to actualize through me? So what would like to actualize through LifeWave, through me, into the this realm at this time? So it just opens, and then you don't necessarily get an answer, but then your reticular activator goes out to find those things as to what is actually the secret plan that we're living that we maybe don't even know where it's taking us.
That's so great.
So that's
You just gave me an idea.
play,
Susan.
right? Really spacious.
That's beautiful. So you gave me an idea, and I'm going to put a post on our Live Younger Facebook group asking people, what are the questions? To me, of being a personal growth junkie for decades and decades and decades, one of my absolute favorite tools is living in a question. So what are the questions that we want to live in to complete our year and have our best year ever, in addition to what's on those papers? So thank you for the inspiration, because we'll get to have that one. Okay, thank you. Gary, you got your hand up. Want to unmute, hun? You're still muted. You're probably on your phone. Okay. Well, Gary's figuring that
There
out.
we go. I got it. Can you hear me?
Goody, goody. Okay.
So I dropped my phone. I can't see the bottom 1/3 of my screen, so I'm going to have it fixed in the next day or two. So anywho, what I was wondering is there any way I somehow missed at the Dallas convention the amazing photo frames where you put the level that we want it to be, and we could take a
Right,
picture
right.
for goal setting purposes? I
Mhm.
missed that. Is there any way we can somehow reproduce that, or have somebody send me the picture so I can get my in SPD?
Well, you could actually do it from our templates,
Okay.
that we have in the they're in Live Younger Success under the
Yes.
recognition section. So you can
Under
create
resources in the library.
Thank you,
Resources.
Liz.
Okay.
Yep.
And recognition. Okay. I was so sad when I heard that, because I explored every area, but I guess that that one part.
Okay.
So I want to do that as
That's a
part of my
great
goal setting.
idea for other
Thank
people
you.
also, because you can go to the templates and put your picture in and whatever rank you want to get. Yep.
Sweet. Okay.
And now we
Thank
have
you
our
so
brand new SPD. I don't know what other rank is left, but
much.
we're thrilled to have you. Anne, you have something to share?
I
Thank you,
do.
guys.
Well, we just had our Christmas patch party last weekend, and we had some guests, and we did a whole lot of different things together. We shared food together, great nutritious food, and great lower sugar desserts. Everybody loved it. We shared some information about David Schmidt, and we had some guests who were so excited to be here. And then we played so many games, and we laughed so much. And for those of you who haven't seen the pictures, go see the video of my brother-in-law Jim in his little chicken outfit. I
Was so
mean,
great.
everyone just laughed. And from that, we had 100% who signed up. And
Nice.
we also had, one of them is from another part of Maine, and she wants to start doing some parties in her area. And then we had another gentleman who said, I want to start some in southern Maine. So they're looking at places where we can connect and get together and start having parties, further out in Maine, so we can sort of get more people involved and engaged. We also have, plans to get together for vision. So it's that pre-planning piece, right? It's really looking at what are we going to be doing in the future months to really keep building and to share information with everyone who's on board. So it's fun. We gave prizes out, lots of prizes, cash prizes. People loved that. We had prizes in the Santa. We did the Santa. I don't know if some of you have ever done the Santa thing with the boxes, and you fill the boxes, you tape them really well, and you use the mitts for trying to open the boxes. In the Santa hat, as you go around, you're throwing the dice, and you get, when somebody gets the doubles, they can then move over to the next person. Well, it was a riot. People were like pounding the box, trying to get the thing open, and they would get to the final gift. And so it was, like I said, you can have these patch parties and make them a lot of fun. And the guests that left said, we want to be part of this group, and we want to be doing some of these parties as well. So, you can really attract those people who are looking to do the fun stuff. I mean, people want community today more than ever, and they just love being part of a positive, energetic, fun community.
Oh, thank you for modeling that so beautifully. Did everyone hear 100%? People showed up at a party, they had fun, they had healthy food, and they signed up. Thank you, Anne. You're
Yeah.
modeling it
The
beautifully.
community is the glue of the opportunity. And Robin and I have another call coming up in just a few minutes. So I don't see any more hands up. So I think we'll just take this opportunity to wish you all the happiest, holiest holidays of all. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. And so we won't have a Thursday morning call next week, but we will have one on January 2nd, where everybody maybe will be sharing some of their big goals. And I'll leave you with one thing that we learned at this seminar. They challenged us to come up with 10 monthly goals and flip the paper over and have 10 annual goals. What do you want to accomplish in the next 12 months?
Lovely,
And
Ted.
every month, create a new page. Okay, what are my 10 goals for this month? And are the 10 goals for the next 12 months? So it's a rolling 12 months. So 6 months from now, you're planning the next 12 months. And that's one of the takeaways that I'm going to, we started when we were there to do that. And I'm going to finish that up. And they were encouraged to review it, look at it once a day.
And you know, he suggested putting it in a sleeve protector in a notebook. So here's again, you got your notebook, but and to start every goal with I am.
Right.
The two most powerful words in the English language. So really pay attention to your languaging. You know, I am tired. I am sick. I am whatever. That anchors in whatever
Don't give
you
the
put.
negative any energy.
Yeah, so I am
I-
growing, I am learning, I am healing my business, I am manifesting great leaders, but pay attention to what you say after the I am.
Every day in every way, I am getting better, better, and better.
Oh, good.
All right. We love you all. Merry
Thank you.
Christmas. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Love you all. Merry Christmas.
Thank
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you
Merry
so much.
Christmas to everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Love you
Christmas.
guys.
Merry
Thank you, guys.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas.
Christmas.
Thank you, Robin and Gregory.
everyone.
Thank
Bye,
you,
guys.
Robin and
Merry
Gregory.
Christmas.
Bye, family.
Synergy.
We love you.
Write down Santa Claus Lane.
Bye, family.
Aw.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
Love
you.
you all. Bye-bye.
Synergy.
You guys
Take
rock.
care.